Oh, Bella, there's a real electricity in the room now. We are really at the pointy end. Are you ready for your next fight? It is an amateur middleweight fight. Introducing first, Darcy, Nunan.
Welcome back, welcome back. Here we have fight number 12 of XFC 57. Darcy, the doorman, Nunan, making his way to the cage. Fighting out of Gamebred in Townsville under coach Jason Lonergan, and also with other such fighters as Lonnie Filamahala, Dane Elchin. Gosh, mate, there's heaps of them. I'm kind of lost for words right now. In terms of his career, this is his third walkout to the cage. He has 1 win, 1 loss. We're seeing he wants to add to that one here. So, Adam, I'm going to throw it to you, mate. What do you know about Darcy?
I know that he's got an incredible kickboxing and Muay Thai experience. 12 fights in the ring. I reckon we could probably expect a little bit of that tonight. A lot of striking coming out of Darcy. It's going to be really great to see.
He is quite a big physical specimen as well. I also said Ryan Dunstan's also joined them in the cage. So Gamebred and Ignite are almost hip and hip, always helping each other out, making sure that their fighters are prepared, both covering Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. Darcy's getting his final instructions before he makes his way to the cage. Stamps that down with some authority.
Got a big Norse hammer.
And his opponent, give him a warm welcome, Jackson Weir.
And here we have a fan favorite, Jackson Weir White, the Widowmaker, fighting out of Kadu Martial Arts. Adam, I'm going to throw to you this one. You obviously know Jackson really well, being one of your training partners.
Yeah, I've trained with Jackson for a long time now. Coming out of the guys of Shona Landy, black belt judo, black belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu, black belt in traditional jiu-jitsu. Jackson is explosive. He's a blue belt himself in jiu-jitsu. Great boxing experience. Exquisite wrestler. He's going to put a good show on for us tonight. It's going to be outstanding. I've personally been on the raw end of Jackson. It's not fun. I don't like it, but
Jackson's been doing some really, really good stuff in the cage. Especially his last couple of outings, he's obviously he's come up against some really, really good tough opponents. But the way that he's handled himself and got his job done from those brawls has been absolutely amazing. I'm expecting a much changed Jackson. He said himself he went a bit relaxed in his last couple of fights, and he really wanted to put a big stamp on this one.
Well, listen to his walkout song, mate. Psychosocial by Slipknot. I think he's ready to go. Look at him go. Let's go.
He looks in far better nick than he did for his last fight.
I think he's had a much better weight cut this time around. I think he's feeling pretty good.
He's in really good condition for this one.
I'd just like to shout out Darcy. Took a fight, his last one, and missed fight weight by 9 kilos, and still took the fight anyway because he's a weapon.
This next fight is a middleweight amateur fight, B-class rules, 3 by 3 minute rounds. Introducing first, in the blue corner, weighing in at 83.6 kilos, with an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss, fighting out of Gamebred Academy, Darcy, the doorman, Nunan.
And his opponent in the red corner, he weighed in at 84.5 kilograms with an amateur record of 2 wins and 2 losses, fighting out of Kadu Martial Arts. Give it up for Jackson, the Widowmaker, Weir. Your referee in charge is Phil Presley.
Having great sporting gear. So the cage is about to be locked, and these two savages are going to go at it.
I expect explosion straight away. Here we go.
Jackson jumping straight into the grappling exchange straight away.
So this is where I can see Jackson having a pretty substantial advantage, though Darcy would have been working on this heavily with his Game Bred crew, and obviously they have a fantastic wrestling base at their gym.
That being said, I wouldn't want to stand and strike with Jackson either. He's got a very, very strong credential boxing pedigree, but he's been working on his grappling lately.
Ooh, outside trip.
Good recovery.
Pick him. Bang. Haven't seen a fight where he hasn't done it.
And that's that recovery background. So he knows what to expect fighting a game-bred fighter of caliber, previously going up against Lonnie Fulamahala for one of the belts previously.
And Tamaheka. Maybe he just loves fighting Game Bred guys.
So at this point here, just seeing how he goes, and this is the kind of the calm before the storm. Gives him a bit of, gives Darcy a few strikes just to keep him honest there.
Ooh.
What do you see here that Darcy's trying to do, mate?
He's trying to get out from underneath Jackson. Jackson's really putting a lot of pressure on him right now. I can see Jackson here's got a Kimura grip coming out underneath Darcy.
I don't know if I like being stuck against the fence like that if I'm Jackson, though.
Yeah, kind of nullifies that Kimura grip a bit, hey?
Hard to get any torque unless you're twice as big as your opponent from that sort of position. Can't roll your hips because the fence is in the way, but no doubt.
Okay, so he's basically abandoned that Kimura grip and trying to go under him and wrestle from that point.
Gonna come out on the underhook side.
Oh, big landing. Jackson.
The boys are so big.
Nunan's doing a great job.
They're two
Stop
very
him from getting
stable
there.
middleweights. Oh,
So that's the thing. These boys are middleweights, but they're making just as much noise and thunderous hits. Great job there by Darcy being able to isolate that left leg.
so Jackson was fighting for a Kimura grip there, but he needs to get his head, Darcy's head on the other side if he's going to use that effectively. He needs to scoop his body to the other side of Darcy's head.
He's got a nice wide stance here.
Oh, Darcy giving
Another
some
big
back.
shot. Fantastic wrestling by these boys.
One mount.
This is where I feel like true wrestling comes in handy. You need to be able to get on your head and roll.
10
in these
seconds.
situations.
And this is where 10-second clapper. Jackson knows not to expend too much energy. He's holding down.
Whoa, what a round.
Really even round turned in by the two.
Some big takedown exchanges there as well, and quite grappling centric.
Nunan's doing a great job keeping Jackson at bay.
Isn't Shannon Landy the most unassuming killer you'd ever seen in your life?
He's the heaviest person in the world when he does knee rights.
Yeah. So you're Ryan Dunstan in Darcy's corner with Jason Lonergan. The two big dogs from Game Bred and Ignite. Really even round. If I was a judge, I wouldn't know what I was doing with that round, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, both guys did amazing work.
Yeah, and notice you actually haven't seen them stand and trade yet. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
obviously they've seen enough tape of each other to know how heavy each other's hands are. We've just gone into the grappling exchanges instead.
But they've both got great striking ability, so maybe they're just a bit cautious of each other.
So no, Jackson's had 5 boxing fights. Darcy's had 12 kickboxing fights. Be really interested to see what happens in a little stand-up affair with these two.
Oh, please let it happen. Please let it happen.
See some leather fly, mate.
I'm really impressed by the grappling, but I like to see some leather fly.
Don't we all?
Well, there we go.
Ooh, big swings. Just waiting for that.
Oh! Big left hand.
Just what the doctor ordered. A beautiful left hook there from Jackson.
Timing was impeccable. Again with the catch.
Back with the
But
grab.
Darcy's just showing this is why there are the big boys here.
Bang. Okay.
Good start to this round from Jackson. Big shots and a big takedown.
Great head placement as well at this stage.
I know Jackson favours a head and arm choke, so he could be going that way.
He's keeping his ear really close to the bottom of that shoulder as well. He's peeling him over.
Working to a Kimura. Needs to
Right in
step.
front of us.
He needs to step over his head to finish it. He needs to get his left foot over his head. I feel like I should not be saying that right next to his ear. Is that cheating? I'm not sure.
Only if they pay
Got a
attention to
nod.
you.
Gave Shannon a nod. See what's going on here.
Okay. So the boys, this is helping Darcy a little bit here in terms of being right
Jackson's
next to
going
the
to the
corner.
back though. He's leaning on him, making it hard.
Trying to get that hook in.
Darcy, I think, is coming out of here.
So Darcy's got an opportunity to roll him over, and he's done so.
Oh,
Nice
Darcy's
work by
reversed that
Darcy.
perfectly.
and Jackson's popped out on the underhook side as well. And
Oh,
now they're back
excellent
to it.
retrieval.
And that
Right.
all came from not being able to get that hook in place. Darcy did a great job to stop Jackson doing that.
I tell you
Oh,
what.
big shots.
Woohoo!
Down again. Ain't more than 10 seconds. You're doing good.
Tell you what, I'd like to see Jackson back his power a little bit and add an extra punch onto the end of his combo. Because every time he lands, it's looking really good.
Oh,
Darcy
beautiful
fly.
transition.
Oh,
Knee
shots.
right into.
oh, big shots! He's cranking him, he's cranking him!
He's got that bottom hook in now.
It's not on the neck just yet. He's got it on the chin. Oh,
Oh.
he's trapped the arm.
The arm.
Classic. Big shots. Big shots.
Big, this is a big moment in the round for Jackson and for Darcy getting out. Oh,
Beautiful reversal.
Reversal. Excellent reversal by Darcy.
Just when you think one has advantage over the other, they reverse it. He's gone for a bit of a, he had a crucifix move there. Pinned the right hand down. But Darcy's just trying to finish this large barrage of strikes.
Oh, God. Incredible round.
Absolute seesaw. Huge takedowns, beautiful striking, submission attempts. This one has it all.
Darcy's doing an amazing job reversing Jackson's wrestling.
Just having a look over there. Phil Cassidy wanted to have a bit of a look at Darcy's, Jackson's gloves, making sure they're all okay. I think one of his little fingers slipped out of it. So, bit of running repairs. So, Adam, what kind of commentary would Jackson be getting in his corner?
I think what we're looking at is Jackson's, I think, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. I think that the game is to get him down. Lots of wrestling.
Excellent. And Benny, what do you reckon both Jason and Ryan are telling Darcy?
I think they'd be saying, do everything at panic stations to stay off your back. Because every time you're on your back in an MMA fight, you're losing. Every second you're on the bottom, you're losing. Stay off your back.
It's going to be huge. Here we go. Oh, dirty.
Jackson has a bit of a smile on his face. Like, okay then. I called it out before. Don't always like the glove tap.
Awesome.
Jackson's gonna reverse it.
work. Yes, okay, here we go.
And
Staying
nice.
heavy, Jackson staying heavy. Nunan's doing a great job.
He's gone to that Kimura
Excellent
again.
work.
So at this stage now, he's on the right side here for that Kimura to actually be able to finish something else off of that.
He doesn't only use it for the
Reversal.
Yeah, reversals, sweeps. He does it all.
A Kimura trap
Yes,
is
sir.
a strong man's best friend.
And he used it with quite some success as well against Lonnie. So he knows how to reverse it as well.
Oh,
There he goes.
Good start to this round by Darcy.
Darcy has done a great job.
This is the best offense he's put on so far, I think.
We're just basically waiting to see here now if what Jackson can do to answer Darcy's assault here, and what kind of pressure Darcy's able to put on top.
Oh, great.
Talk about power.
Little butterfly sweep with the underhook. Very Very tricky there by Jackson.
I think you meant to have a butterfly hook in, mate. He did it without the hook.
Just lifted him with one arm, you reckon?
There's not a dull moment with these boys. They're just moving. They're getting it done.
So what? So Jackson's been in this position before.
Rules on the back. He's not as long as Liam Forrest. I don't know if he can stay on there for the whole.
He's got both double underhooks as well.
They're both doing the right thing to reverse the position.
Nice.
So Darcy's doing a really good job pulling down on Jackson's head. And that's one of the reasons why Jackson's legs weren't long enough to be able to stay in that position. So really smart fight IQ by Darcy there. And here we come down into the last minute of the round.
Last minute of the fight even.
So this comes down to who wants it more.
I think everything's going to be put in this last minute.
And this is what the judges remember as well going into that end. So who finishes with a really, really good flurry? So Jackson's trying to recover that left leg and get back in a half guard, switching his hips.
Almost trapped and rolled him. Oh,
He's so explosive.
he's up. Big shots.
Here we go.
Big shots. Oh! Pressure on the cage. Darcy's got that whizzer. He's got a
Last
gotta
10
use
seconds. Who's done enough?
big shot. Oh! Outstanding fight by both boys. Wasn't a single
amazing.
still moment in that fight. There was no resting. Everyone was attacking. Glad it wasn't me in there, lads.
And here we go on the replay. Some of those takedowns there as well. That was from Darcy's shot straight after the hand touch. Missed the hand touch, went through and capitalized on that early position.
The game bred guys seem pretty excited. I think it might be closer than they think.
Oh, yeah, I think it's very close. Hard to say.
There was a lot of reversals in there. I can't recall the clear number of takedowns, but Jackson did get a lot of takedowns in there. That being said, he did sit down a few times, and Darcy was able to suck his hips out.
It
and
did
spend
take
a bit of time on top.
It did put a lot of pressure on Jackson on the cage for a while.
And that's why we sit here instead of in the corner with the scoring pads.
Absolutely amazing. And for those, if you think you know who you can pick the winner, once again, you got Palmer bet as well. Always able to throw a bet on yourself if you think you know what's going on. Here we wait for the judges to make it official. It's about to be called out shortly. All I know is regardless of whose hand's going to be raised, we're going to have a vocal crowd.
I agree.
A lot of supporters in here.
Hold on to your seat.
So you've got Darcy, the doorman Nunan from Gamebred coming up against Jackson, the Widowmaker, Weir White, fighting out of Cadoo Martial Arts. Just waiting for the official decision to come. Once again, if you want to rob the judges, you can always finish it.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges with a decision. Judge number 1, 30-27. Judge number 2, 30-27. And judge number 3, 29-28. And winner, with by unanimous decision, Jackson Weir White!
Well done, lads. Tough fight. Respect at the end. Well deserved win.
Are you not entertained by that fight? High quality grappling.
You know who always puts on fight of the nights? Ryan Levy, who's coming up next.
I've never met a man more dangerous striking going backwards.
Jacko, before I let you go and celebrate this with friends, teammates and family, I think it's important for those that don't know, learn the entire story of leading up to this fight, because the last time we saw you here, you suffered an injury that it appeared when we first saw it might have been a broken leg. I was told that it was nerve damage, but tell me about what sort of rehab was involved in that.
Look, I was laid up for a week or two. A little bit of a journey back to just training, but got back in there as soon as I could. Props to CrossFit Ipswich, Dark Side Fitness. They programmed me back to tip-top shape in no time. Obviously, thanks to Canoe Martial Arts, all my training partners, coaches, I wouldn't be here without you guys and your continued support.
Did you feel like you had a point to prove tonight?
Definitely, I think I needed to come out and shake off some of that rusty performance from last time. I feel like I did that. Still feel like I had a bit more in the tank. And, you know, hopefully we can get even better for next time.
Did you also get a haircut?
I did get a haircut. A little bit of aerodynamics. But, yeah, it was falling out anyway, so.
Let's talk about the people that come to support you. Who would you...
There's a couple of them. Just a few.
I told you it was going to be vocal.
Just wait. Is there anybody in particular that you'd like to acknowledge?
Yeah, Mum, Dad, my brother Cohen travelled all the way down from Blackwater, so, you know, 11-hour drive away, so thank you very much. Yeah, it's a long journey, but I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Everyone here that bought a ticket off me, man, it's so good. It lifts me up when I'm feeling down. You guys give a cheer and it's go time again.
Congratulations on getting a W back where it belongs, Jacko. Go enjoy this with your friends.
I'd just like to say quickly, I don't know if it's been touched on tonight, but this week is Men's Mental Health Awareness Week. So, you know, I'd just like to send the message out to definitely to all the blokes in the room, you know. We all go through some struggles sometimes, myself included, so all it takes is reaching out to a mate, because you never know, that mate might need something from you too. So if you have a job tomorrow, make sure it's to just check in with a mate you haven't checked in with. Make sure everything's okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jacko. He's a class act and he can fight.